You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. It's about to be that good R to the T. You already know what it is. Come on, fam. Come on. We've been doing this too long for y'all not to know. See what I'm saying? So let's get ready to rumble. It's almost that time. It's almost that time. Almost that time. It's almost that time. It's almost that time. It's almost that time. It's almost that time. Bam. Let's get it. Got it. Let's get it. Got it. Let's get it. Got it. Let's get it. Let's got it. Let's get it. Let's got it. Get it. Waiting for the co-host. Out here trying to do this little Instacart shopping order because your boy's refrigerator and situation is looking mighty slim at the moment. She might be coming on. Let's see if we can add her. What you gonna do? Will it come? Will she come? Is she on? Will she be here? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Tia Johnson. Appreciate you joining me in. See what I'm saying? Welcome to the show. How art thou?
Real shit with R&T. Real shit with R&T. Real shit with R&T. Real shit with R&T. Okay. Let me share.
Yeah, please do. Please do. And then once again, I say, please do.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you. So I'll be glad when I get off punishment. I swear to God.
How much longer? What's the countdown at?
I don't even know. I think it was the 9th. I went back and looked at our stuff and seen. And I think it was the 9th I remember seeing that it said.
Yeah, that works.
So how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know.
How are you?
Maybe to do.
Okay, so on that long post that you put out, what because I haven't went back and looked at it. What are people saying? Because I know you catch a hella flack. Huh?
Which one?
The one where you're talking about putting the puzzle together and nobody's a finished product.
Oh yeah. What about it? You think it's too long?
No, I mean I'll put out a long post in a minute. So obviously I don't care about it being too long. I'm saying, what are your people saying about what you said though?
Oh, there wasn't that many on that one. The one that really did it was that other one with someone with the men or something like that. But that one not so many comments. I think only you and Marlon. That's it. The rest of them are just like likes and stuff. But no.
Oh, okay. I thought your girls would have came for you by now. See what I'm saying? You know how y'all do it. You know how y'all do anytime y'all.
Remember that one? That one did get a lot of people on there, but none of the women came for me. Just that, it was more men acting on it, but it was not a lot of women. I don't get a lot of women hating. If they are hating, they just liking or just keep scrolling or something. I don't know. Yeah, no. Hey, facts is facts. That's all there's to it.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well,
thank you again for tuning in to Real Shit with R&T. Real Shit with R&T. This is Tap In Thursday, which is our beautiful audience appreciation day. Yay! I am your R.
You already know who I am. I'm that T, baby. I'm that T that quench your thirst. I'm that T that you roll to. I'm that T that have you thinking about yourself. See what I'm saying? Pinky finger up. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's get it. Well, let's jump right into our topic for today. So we have our main topic, and then if time allows, we'll go into our second. But so our main topic is should a woman pursue a man? And so a lot of different entities on if we should, what that means, if men like it, if they don't. So since you're the man of the show, I'll ask you.
Well, my first question would be, what do you mean by pursue? See what I'm saying? Where she's the one, where the roles are reversed, where she's the one that's doing all the, date planning. She's the one she's
No,
basically
that's
the man.
what it's called. No, see, that is more like leading. So pursue, I was thinking more, let's say social media. If you see a nice dude or whatever, you slide in his DMs instead of him sliding in your DMs.
But that's not pursuing, that's initiating.
Okay, so let's go with initiating first and then, okay, hold on. Let's break down initiating.
They're different.
Let's break down initiating. So we're at the gas station. So you think the same thing? We're at the gas station and a girl tries to holler at you. That's initiating?
That's initiating.
Okay. So when you say pursue, what do you mean by?
When I say pursue, I am the one pursuing you. So I mean, we don't really like to use the word, but I'm chasing you to a degree. I'm chasing you. Shout out to Kelly Currens appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. I'm the one chasing you. I'm the one I'm planning dates. I'm the one I'm letting you know that I'm interested. That I'm the one that's initiating phone calls the majority of the time. I'm always checking in on you. I'm the one I'm pursuing you. Pursuing means to chase. That's it is what it is. What you're describing is so your initial question is, should a woman initiate? I have no problems with a woman initiating, by no means, because I just don't. If you slide in my DMs or you see me out on the block and hey, I don't know you, I would love to get to know you. Can we exchange numbers or something like that? That's not pursuing. That's you just initiating the conversation. Now, if I'm open to that and we're agreeable and I deem you worthy, then the roles switch at some point in time to where I'm pursuing you. So I'm saying, regardless of the fact that you initiated the situation to begin with, the pursuit is always going to be the man. The majority of the time, it's always going to be the man, because it's just how we are now. So I'm saying, that's always been how it is. That's not to say that it can't change.
That's more or less like you said. Like I guess that's breaking down chasing, but I guess so. So when would that? I mean, if a woman was to chase a man, then how would them roles change then in a relationship?
That's the thing, and they can. I'm sure there's been plenty of women that's pursued a man. See what I'm saying? But when you're pursuing, because you're the one that's initiating and doing all the heavy lifting. See what I'm saying? If you feel like you're the only one if you feel like your other person isn't putting in as much effort as you are, as far as spending time, as far as planning things, as far as getting to know, even in the regular conversation. Shout out to Carla J. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to Kenesha Grayson. Appreciate you tuning in as well. If we're like, when you're on the phone with a dude, right, and you're asking questions, but he never asks questions back, you're kind of in that pursuit mode. See what I'm saying? If you're the one that always say, hey, let's hang out on such and such, you're in the pursuit mode. And if you stay in that mode, that man is more than likely going to, and y'all continue down the path, and let's say y'all decided to be, this couple, and y'all decide to take it even further and get married and whatnot, you'll probably be in that role for the remainder of your days if he's not stepping up, saying, or taking the lead in it. Now, there's a lot of weak ass men out there, and I won't even say that they're weak. I won't even say that they're weak ass men, but there are a lot of weak ass men out there. Don't get me wrong. But some men are more inclined to allow their lady to lead in that situation. And if that's your case, so be it. I'm not here to judge you. It is what it is. But most women don't want that. Most women don't want a man that they got to lead around all all the freaking time. And even if they get one, they bitching and complaining about it all the time because most women, especially most women that I know, since I can't say all because there are some women that's like, I'm the dominant force in my house. It goes by what I say, and it's gonna
Yeah,
be,
I'm the
you know,
alpha. Yeah.
and the whole nine. But we're talking about the norm. Um, most women don't want that. Most women want their man to take the front position. See what I'm saying? And if she trusts him enough to lead her in the right, and she knows that he's going to make the best decision for the house, for the kids, for the family, for her heart and the whole nine. She has no problem with playing that secondary role. Most of the time, when a woman is playing that lead position in a relationship, it's because she's forced to, not because she wants to.
Yeah, because the man won't or something like that. I agree.
Won't or
And so
can't
I
or
guess,
doesn't have the ability to.
or just choose not to. I
Right.
guess that's where it comes in as far as, but there's a lot of men or even topics and stuff that, you know, I've put up on Facebook and stuff like that, where men feel like, why can't the woman suggest the date, or why can't the woman you know, say, or something like that. But again, I feel like pursuing or for chasing, I just feel like it should just be even playing field. I don't, honestly, chasing to a certain degree, I really don't throw off of it. It's just like it, you know, because at the end of the day, if I want you, I'm going to reciprocate. I'm going to give you the same attention. If I don't, then I just won't. So you study chasing is not going to make me change my mind, probably, most likely, depending on, you know, depending on who it is. You just be chasing, like, literally. And I think that's why they call it chasing. It's because it's almost like the Roadrunner. He constantly kept chasing him, but never caught him. You know, so I mean, it's more or less chasing than it is, when, to me, pursuing, letting you know. I look at pursuing more like letting you know I'm just as interested as you are, and I don't mind letting you know, and kind of I don't know, making some decisions or some things. But yeah, I would want those roles to, you know, to still go back and you still be the one that leads once we got into a relationship. I don't want to lead. I can lead all day by myself, which right now I'm by myself. So I'm leading. That's what I do. But it's not something I choose to do. Yes, I'm an alpha, but I can easily dial back if I have the right one that would you know, I'll whatever.
And that to me is, I don't. The question becomes, once again, understanding and hearing what you're saying. Shout out to Angel Godfrey. Appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. Not to get off the topic, but how hard is it going to be? I mean, honestly, if you're because I hear these catchy, trendy terms. You know, I'm an alpha. You know, I'm an alpha female. I'm an alpha nigga. You know, I'm a beta. Blah blah blah. All that, whatever. Anyway, but when your voice is the only voice that has mattered for a certain period of time. Now, in your instance, yours is not as long as others, because there's some women that have raised that their voice is the only voice in the house. We're talking outside of a relationship in the whole nine, where, you know, for them and her kids and whatnot, she's been making a decision. She has had very little input or assistance from their fathers or whatever the case may be. So when you're used to having the only voice in the house, and then somebody comes into the house who has who's going to demand a certain level of equal sharing of the voices and whatnot, how hard is it going to be for you to dial that back when you've only done that for so long? I know a lot of women, maybe some people are saying, "Oh, it ain't gonna be no problem," but that's because you were not dealing with it right now. See what I'm saying? It's
Right.
something that
There
you
was
have
a
never had
post
to deal with.
somebody made. Yeah.
Right,
Somebody made a post that the longer the woman is single, the harder it will be for her to submit. Or for her to give up reins. And that men have to understand that when they're pursuing her, to know how long have she been single. Like you said, how long have she led that household? How long have she, you know, did everything her way, and then you're going to try to come in and flip it. And like you said, some women feel like, oh, I can do it without a shadow of doubt. And like you said, since I've only been single, if we go off of the divorce, been a year, I haven't been. I'm okay. So I'm used to, I'm still a lot of relationship inside of me. So I'm not the,
Right.
like you said. But I know some women who have been single for 10 years, and I can see that being difficult. But then sometimes I feel like, and I can't speak for them because I haven't been, but it seems like too, it maybe would be it might be a struggle at the very beginning, but if he's still everything that she's been wanting and everything, I feel like it would be a freaking lift off her shoulders. Like you said, a woman don't want to leave. It's something that we have to do, or you had to do, or something like that. So she finally does get that break. I think she will let that go. But it will be hard, I think. I mean, you'll have to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like consistency and all of that. Before she just give you complete reins over everything that she's had so much control over. So
And
I do feel like it
and
will
once
be
again,
a struggle.
I hear that in the literal sense. I think a lot of women will agree with you in that stage. But I think a lot of women is going to struggle, especially those independent, those um, alpha females, those that's just who they are. Like I have a family member that I'm really close to that I think is going to really struggle with that. See what I'm saying? Because she hasn't had to share that responsibility um and forever. See what I'm saying? And as far as and this is the thing, I think when it comes to the relationship between her and another dude, I don't think she's gonna have a problem with that part at all. It's the sharing of the responsibility for the whole house, kids and all. See what I'm saying? Because once again, I can only talk about me. If you get me and you got kids, um, I'm those are my kids, and I'm dead ass about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do for them just like I'm going to do for the kids. Period. Regardless of who birthed them kids, who daddy who biological father those kids are, I'm going to do for those kids because the kids are in the house and those are the kids. Mm-hmm. But the first time you ever say, well, I don't know why you tripping. Those ain't your kids anyway. On God, you'll never have to worry about me. You'll never hear me about it again. Because from that point on,
you said that a few times. Do you say that? Do you let because you said that too a few times, and I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong in dating stuff too. I've heard you say that a lot, and that's how you feel. Do you tell women that? Do you tell women that in the dating so that they know, like in the beginning, like, hey, I'm telling you now, this is how I am. And if this is ever mentioned or said, just be prepared. So that way it's no.
This is the thing. I never have to say if you ever say that part to me because I make it explicit. You don't have to say everything to say everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm dead. And once again, I'm dead ass about it. I'm dead ass about it, man. You know but the women that I've dated that had kids and that I later on married they never said that to me. Period. But because they trusted me with their kids. And that's my thing. If you trust me with the kids, you know I'm not gonna do nothing sideways to hurt these kids. Real shit. You know I'm gonna put them what's in their best situation forward when I make decisions about not only us but about the house. They're included in the decision making that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? If I'm disciplining them, I'm not disciplining them just because the sky is blue and the grass is green. It's because these little freakers went to school and acted a plum fool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going now once again, but we have conversations about, where are we at? You know what I'm saying? Because after a certain age, I just don't think that a step parent should come in. There's some things that you just don't get to do after a certain age. Now, I came into Ronnie's life. Ronnie was 3. Once again, he was a toddler when I was introduced to his life. The difference between him and my first marriage, my first step kids, those kids was 10 and 13. It's too late in the ball game to come in and be able to put hands on.
So I'm saying, even though I did threaten, so I'm saying, EJ tell you, I told him all the time, nigga, I will beat your ass. It's not a game. Keep going to school acting a fool. It's not a game. And but what I this is a tactic that I use because I needed you to know that I'm dead ass serious about this. Uh, Cody and Rob was still teenagers. They was like young teenagers, right? So they was real close to EJ's age. So, and I had free autonomy with my nephews, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And Rob had did something, and I had to beat his ass, and I gave him a couple of extra licks just so that the stepkids knew, hey, then you step outside these boundaries, you know what I'm saying? You gonna catch these too. You know what I'm saying? And them kids never looked at me the same way. I never had a problem with being an authoritative figure in my house. When I told them they was grounded, they was grounded. They knew they was grounded. They couldn't come out the room. So I'm saying it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just gonna be that guy. So I'm saying I'm going to be that guy. Period. Back to the original topic. When it comes to women, I don't think there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman initiating the conversation. But you gotta be careful on that, because if you take the lead on that, depending on the man, you're gonna take the lead on a lot of stuff. See what I'm saying? Now, I may be oblivious that you feeling me. And ladies, if you feeling me, you know the DMs is open. Don't get it twisted. No, real shit. But I may be oblivious that you feeling me, real talk. See what I'm saying? Or that I even got a shot. See what I'm saying? Because I'm the last person to know when a woman is really feeling me like that for real. So I may need you to be like, hey, you know, let's hang out. Let's, you know, I'm kind of digging you. Oh, because then that's the switch. See what I'm saying? That lets me know, oh, you. So then I go into that mode. Oh, you feeling me? I'm feeling you. Let's see what we can do. But for a lot of dudes, it's. I understand that it's hard to be a woman. I do. I mean, to the best that I can without having breasts and ovaries. I get it. I do. But it's hard being a dude nowadays, because it's just is because the approach is different. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know, you gotta say certain things in a certain way. You don't know what you can and can't do. You don't know what may offend one and what may not offend somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I can come to you and be totally respectful. See what I'm saying? And you think that's some lame shit. See what I'm saying? I can go to a chick that's straight hood and be like on some real nigga shit, like, bitch, we gonna go out the fuck. She's like, oh, that's so fun. He's so. See what I'm saying? And that's real talk. Those dynamics is not the same. There was a time when we was younger, when our parents was young, and you know they was out there pursuing. The game was the game. You didn't have to kind of figure this chick out. Shout out to Tanya Ed. Appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. Now you see how I'm doing this, right? I'm expecting you to do the same thing when you get when.
I'm like, I'm in the way. I'm sitting the way. Because my phone, see, your phone is up there. My phone is back here. Like, I can kind of see. I can't really see everybody's names unless I know them. Then, like Kanisha, I knew who she was. She's family. And then, like, Marie, I knew who she was because I, you know. So, certain ones I can see from here. Other ones, I can't, you know. So, depending on who it is now for my bed. You know.
What you ain't going to do is have our people feeling some type of way because you ain't acknowledging them when they come up. Let me tell you. Okay,
you know what? But from here, I have been looking at here, and that's how I'm looking at them. So, you know, I'm gonna work it out because I got 2 phones now.
But like I said, I just think that once again, there's the definition of what you're asking for is different. Initiating, there's nothing wrong with the woman initiating. I don't think there's necessarily nothing wrong with the woman leading with the right dude, but she can't lead every dude. Because some dudes don't want to be led, they're leaders. So they're going to naturally take that position as a leader of the house, as a leader, as a pursuer of the woman, because I'm choosing you. Even though you may have initiated the conversation, I'm still choosing you to go further in the line, to become my lady, to become my wife, to become my blah, blah, whatever that case may be. But the actual introduction of it, no, by no means. Slide in the DM, fam. You found a nigga cute? Go ahead, talk. Hey, this is what I'm trying to feel.
I mean, who thinks they ugly though? Who thinks they ugly? Because sometimes I be wanting to ask like this, and not that I'm seeing it, but sometimes I just really do be wondering like, did you look at yourself before you look? Did you look at me and then look at yourself and be like, So I just be
Shout
like,
out
you
to
slid in this particular DM.
Shout out to Sugar Ray. Appreciate you tuning in, family. Just for a hot second. No, but this is the thing, though. But this is the thing, because dudes don't think in that term. Dudes don't think, am I cute enough or handsome enough for this chick? I see a fine ass woman, I'm gonna try to holler. The worst you can say is no.
Really?
Yeah.
My thing
That's why
is this. Okay. Let me ask you this about even initiating. Okay, we'll do social media since that's what we're on right now. There is some dudes who have, when I say what I call a fan base, okay, and they have a fan base. Like, they have hella women underneath their posts. I mean, and you quickly figure out which ones that just always on them. You know, it's like, damn. I mean, why would I even, if you got that many options, like, especially for a man. Now, it's different for a woman. It's different for a woman to have a lot of options or a lot of fan base or whatever. It's kind of different.
Why is it different?
I don't know, because when women, because we're women, like you said, like you put on it, you do this. I don't know. Women, it just seems like if I see a woman have what is that? If I see a woman have that, I just don't. I don't know. But when I see a man have that, it just seems like it screams. But I've heard men say too, it seems like there's a lot of competition, and they won't holler at that woman because, like you said, they'll be like, she ain't gonna talk to me. She got all these other dudes on her heels or whatever, like, whatever the case may be. So I don't know. I don't know if I would want to pursue or initiate a man that looks like he has a lot of freaking options. Like,
but this is the thing, though. Everybody got options.
I know, but we're talking about a lot. We're not talking about just like some. Like, if he's like a poster and he takes pictures or he posts a lot or something like that, then it's like I don't know. Like, I know.
That's the crazy part, though, because I don't understand why. Because this is the thing, you're deeming it okay for you to have it, but for a dude, it's something slightly negative about it. You have a negative connotation behind it, and regardless of how many options that he has, and once again, whether you have one or you have 20, everybody has an option, regardless of the fact it's what you're doing. I can post a picture today. I can post a picture today. After I get a haircut and the whole nine, whenever I post those pictures. And I get a slew of people saying how nice I look and, blah, 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 whatever. So when you say fan base, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I have a lot of options. That doesn't mean that, and the fact of the matter is, regardless of how many options I have, until somebody has made themselves, until me and her is on a certain level, that's all that is. It's just conversation.
Right.
So regardless of what else, a possibility, don't have the negative connotation or negative tone to it that for him, if you're not going to have it for yourself as well. Shout out to Kashonda Lacey. Appreciate you tuning in. You've been tuning in quite a bit, fam. I appreciate you coming through. Shout out to my to the homie Dion Willis. Appreciate you, bro. Ain't seen you in a minute. Because I know you still over there at Pete Franklin slinging them cars. And saying you gotta be, look, people, you ain't gotta be out here doing illegal stuff. You can sling legal things. You know what I'm saying? Out here slinging. I got this. Me and this Nat has been having issues for like the last 2 days, fam. And
I got one too, right over by my desk too in the front row.
Oh my God. It's just I don't have no food over here. It's getting on my nerves, fam.
Yeah. I think it's from us running out the door. I'm with you though. But and I understand what you're saying too, because and I think I might have said it wrong. I don't have a problem with it as far as if a man has fan base, because like you said, I do too. So I don't know, but I see a lot of men who do have that, or women who do have that, and people won't initiate because they feel like then I'm not gonna she's not gonna want me, or she, what I'm saying, she got a lot of people. Like I said, I have men that's on my page or whatever, but like you said, honestly, probably don't talk to half of them. Like they're just they're really just social media, and that's it. And if they have slid in DMs, it's probably the first initial hello, and that was about it. But the thing about pursuing like you said, I guess it's a fine line. If I want a man to know that I'm feeling him, or
Okay, so
I don't know,
without saying it, this is the question. Without literally saying the word, how do you let a dude know that you're feeling them?
I reciprocate.
Reciprocate how? I'm talking about that. No. I'm not talking about after y'all done have the initial conversation, somebody done slid somebody DMs, or y'all done exchange numbers. Initially, to even get to the point to where y'all didn't exchange numbers, how are you letting a dude know that you feeling them?
Hardest pictures, or is that what you're talking about? And then at the gas station, I'll constantly, like at the gas station, I'll be looking over, you know what I'm saying, make sure he knows I'm looking at him, you know, like I ain't looking back, you know what I'm saying, like that smile, like, you know, or, you know, you at the counter, you look back, you know, and so just so that they know, like, I see you, see me, and I see you, and I'm just waiting on you to say something. But I may, and I have said something before at a gas station, not all the time, but I have been like, you know, say little things like, dang, you just gonna keep staring? Like, and they be like, no, I was going to,
See, that's the thing. Like, I've never had that happen, fam. Like, I've never had a chick. Okay, I've never had that happen. I mean, that part is true. I've had a chick, like when I was out Ubering, right? My rider lived out by Ruskin. And so she was a massage therapist down on the plaza or whatever, right? So she's like, hey, Glenn, can we stop at 7-Eleven so I can grab some money out of the ATM so I can, you know, pay you when I'm cool? No problem. I'm definitely going to stop to get the money. Let's get that.
You got to pay me.
Matter of fact, get an extra 20. Just to let you know. So she gets out my car, and she's an attractive woman, the whole nine and whatnot. She gets out the car. It's kind of like winterish. See what I'm saying? So it's kind of cold outside or whatever. Yeah, it's winterish. And so she gets out the car, fam, hand to God. This thought piece came up to the car, was like, take down my number because I want. She like, take down that girl to move around, fam. She was like, no, real shit, I'm serious. Like, take down my number. I was like, but she only did that because she thought old girl was my girl. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I'm like, fam, so I try to play it. I'm like, man, I'm see, I got a situation going on. She's like, I don't care about that.
But she don't care. But why would you take it back from that? You didn't think she was cute? Why would you take him back from that? You didn't think she was cute?
Right. I mean, first of all, I was married, so she definitely wasn't worth. She definitely wasn't worth breaking up a happy home. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she was. Like I said, I was Ubering. You know what I'm saying? So that was years ago. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole wife at the house.
Whole wife.
A whole wife. Yeah, but I've never had one chick come on to me, and this was back in the day, and she was like, she came up to me with the corniest line I've ever heard. I was like, is this how I see why women hate dudes that try to pick them up with a corny ass line? She was talking to, because we was in like some kind of class, some science class in school, and so she was her and the homegirl and the homie was talking, and so she's like, you want to know what we was talking about? I was like, yeah. She's like, I asked her, is it me or is he really just cute? I was like, is that the best line you got, Phil?
I like it.
No, because she was definitely, you know, that make it make sense statement. She was definitely make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? She was definitely. Although
they'll be the boldest though. They'll be the boldest.
Although I would be perfectly blunt. She's probably still top 5 in the sex game though, because if you
they gotta up their game a little bit.
I'm telling you, if you bang an ugly person, please know you about to get your rocks off. You bang an ugly person, I'm saying, because cute people try to be cute. See what I'm saying? They don't want to put their whole face in. They don't want to, they don't want you to think that they super nasty. No, an ugly person don't give 2 damns. An ugly person is gonna bang you 3 ways to Sunday. Dog, what I tell you,
I cannot.
this chick, we was doing, man, if my mama knew what we was doing on that goddamn dining room table, my mama would have a fit.
Dining room table.
On the dining room table, fam. This chick she was about that life. I was like, and then yeah, that's a whole nother story because Young T was.
Yeah,
I'm telling y'all, Young Glenn was nasty, bro.
Now you got me. That's a go ahead. Let me go talk to some of the ones that splitting this
I'm just
video.
saying. I'm just saying. He gonna have you having to go get a new hairdo. He gonna have you going to get a new hairdo because I'm telling you, he's going to try to thunderpile your ass. He's gonna try to.
You is crazy. Yeah,
I'm dead ass.
have I ever like my big thing is our heart pictures as far as social media heart pictures. If they say something like maybe one of their posts or something where I like say slide in the DMs and say something, I think the story just like dudes do, so something just to go off of just to slide, just to see. So that way, at least I noticed you, hard a few more pictures. But like going in, being extra hard in every damn picture, no, I ain't extra with it. You got me there. But I will say, me personally, but even with my of course my husband, him, I initiated with him definitely. I mean, because D at that time did not talk. That's the old him. And
he out there now like, hey yo, baby, what's good, son?
Right. Now it's like, who the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I think I could tell that I'm more went for men like him that I had to not like come on to. I really didn't like the ones that actually came on to me. I think because I had it at that time, especially as young as I was, and then I had, at that time I had large breasts too. So I thought I had got a lot of attention at that time as a kid, and I did not like that. And so since D was real quiet, more mannered, more, reserved, didn't have I kind of yearned towards him and not the other ones that I could have, the more popular ones. And I guess because I felt like I felt safe with him. I knew I probably wouldn't be pushed to do things I wasn't ready to do. And I kind of see myself in that same thing, even older as now out in the dating. It's not that I don't go for, I don't like that whole, don't push too hard like that. That's why I say it's a real fine line.
Super
like
aggressive,
you said, with the
overly aggressive type situation.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a big turnoff for me. But like you said, some women, that's not. That's what they looking for. That's what they want. For me, I do not like it. Like it is a huge turnoff for me, and I just be like, maybe next time. Like,
yeah. Like I feel you there to a degree because I don't like super aggressive women. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had chicks that I literally just talked to. Literally, like first time I'm talking to, she's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be mine." Who? Who's gonna be yours? What I do? Hold on. I don't know if that's a surprise or not. I don't know you well enough to take that as a compliment. Hold on. Like, but then at the same time, like, I'll be honest, right? When I like you, I like you. It just is how I am.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you that I like you. Since then, if I'm wanting to pursue something more, I'm gonna say that to you because I'm real upfront and intentional about my intention. See what I'm saying? Because I don't do real good at this whole song and dance of playing like I like you and not calling you for a couple of days and blah blah blah. No, fam. If I like you, I like you. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want to spend time with you. I want get to know you more to see if this is a real connection or not. See what I'm saying? But a lot of women aren't that. I don't know if a lot of women say that's what they want, but nah. From my experiences so far, that's not always the truth. See what I'm saying?
What you
Because
talking about as far as the calling? Because I think that was one of the topics you were wanting to have one time. It's about the how many do you go all day calling, or do you go all day, like not calling, not texting? Is that what you're talking about?
no, I'm not even talking about just, and we can definitely table that conversation for another day. But I'm
Yeah.
not even just talking about the calling. I'm talking about just a man being upfront and honest with you about his intentions, even if it's, let's say we've been talking for a week, and we've been talking every day for a week, and I'm like, I'm really feeling you, fam. I would love to see where this is gonna go. I'm not saying that we're gonna be a couple today or tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, I'm telling you how I'm gonna be going forward. You know what I'm saying, I'm serious about my intentions towards you. I'm really feeling you and really liking you. Shout out to my homeboy Stuart. Shout out to Deanna Jaco. Appreciate you tuning in. About time you get on the line talking to your daddy. I said Raquel. Yeah. Shout out to Raquel because I don't think I said shout out to Raquel. Kels. But I'm real intentional about that. And if I'm feeling you, and now obviously there's a time and place for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should be saying that, day one. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you if I'm feeling you day one, hey, I'm really feeling you. I would love to get to know you more. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking about like I'm seriously feeling you, see what I'm saying? And I really want to see where this can go. I'm damn near at a point to where I'm like, hey, not that I'm ready to cut off everybody else and whatnot, but I'm ready to put you at the front of the race.
The top of the list.
Yeah, the top of the list, and I'm more than willing to cut back on other conversations to focus in on us. See what I'm saying?
Now, if you say that, if you feel like, okay, if a man says that to a woman, should a woman continue that conversation, or should she cut that off? Like,
No,
is that part of pursuing? Is that part of pursuing?
What do you mean cut it off?
Like, should she go ahead and be like, okay, then, like, if she's feeling him more than he's feeling her, like we said, the woman.
So she's
like
the one she's the one that's initiating that conversation.
Yeah, I guess so. So she's the one initiated it. She's ready to move forward, cut everybody off, whatever. He's like, pump brakes. So should the woman continue to pursue, or is that a road for destruction for the woman? Because the man can keep going and it don't seem bad, But if a woman keeps going, is that bad for a woman to? I don't think
it's bad on either way. Once again, it just depends on the nature of the situation. Why is he so hesitant? Maybe why is she, depending on when you're having a conversation, why does she feel, depending on how long they've been talking or whatever the case may be. So I'm saying, if she's feeling it and she just feels that it's right, that part is fine. Do you? So I'm saying, if he's like, I'm feeling you too. I want to continue the path that we're on. Let's continue this part. That means that she doesn't have to cut anything off. She doesn't have to cut anything off until they both agree that they're going to be mutually exclusive. That's my opinion. Until that whole thing that, I'm not in no competition with nobody. Tiffany, hold them down. I appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. Until there's a legitimate conversation about what we're doing.
Who said lies?
That was probably Tanya Eder on a different conversation, on a different part. I think she was talking about.
Well, this is Tiffany and Thursday, not to cut you off with co-host, but this is Tiffany and Thursday. So, I apologize. So if you guys want to join in, please hit that thing so that T can bring you in. If you got a comment on this topic and want to tell us your opinion, please tap in. I just want to let you know. Tap in. Go ahead.
You can tap in, but understand me when I tell you who I am. So I'm saying, be respectful. So I'm saying, you get to it through. You get 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes. This ain't your show. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so go ahead. What's wrong?
Tia said she got a carbon monoxide leak at her apartment. She got to go. Yeah, it's time to get out the house because carbon monoxide will kill you. And then I know you probably set it off so them people get out your house. You ain't slick. Then, no, go and get out the house, fam, for real. Ain't nobody trying to, catch that case. So go and get out the house, be safe, hope everything work out for you. But
just a comment on something. Go ahead, finish yours.
once again, I just think that it's not a role for destruction if she's the one that says it. You know what I'm saying? Because if she says it, they must have been having some type of conversation. They must have had some type of interactions where she's feeling that way. And there's nothing wrong with you expressing how you feel about the situation. By no means, regardless of the time frame for it. But there's also, once again, also read the room, because you kind of know if somebody's feeling you or not. You do. You get the vibe if somebody's really feeling you or not. If they're now, some people are just really good liars and really good actors and actresses, and they can really kind of play that role to get what they want or whatever. But for that you have to be kind of careful and whatnot. But for the most part, you can kind of feel when somebody's feeling you. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel led to have the conversation, have the conversation. That doesn't mean that you're pursuing, because
Yeah.
she's still, if even if you initiating the conversation doesn't mean that you're pursuing. That just means that you're initiating the conversation. You know what I'm saying? What we do with it going forward is truly up to him at that point. You know what I'm saying? He's either going to shit or get off the stool.
Okay, and a couple. Oh, yeah, I hope Marie is okay. Just going through some. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I can't see like that's the thing. That's why I don't know. I don't know. Mine's is I only can see like now because I went out and came back in. I can only now see certain of the comments because I had seen. I know Sheree had said something about ugly. The ugliest ones be having the most money.
Said that all ugly dudes got all the money. I'm sorry because they got to bring something to the table because they ain't bringing looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not ugly chicks.
Ugly chicks bring sex games. Ugly dudes bring money games. Hell, that's how it works.
I'm telling you, fellas, and some of you ladies like chicks. You know what I'm saying? You want to get banged anyway this Sunday? Let me tell you what an ugly chick will never say to you. Nah, that's too nasty. She ain't gonna say it. She ain't gonna say it.
She ain't gonna say it.
She ain't gonna say it.
Is that why you be like? Is that why when we look at dudes, we be like, ew, he went to her, or ew, he got her. He went her. That's what he went.
How people, every chick that you ever said, how did she pull him?
How did she pull him? That was it.
She doing, when I tell you she's doing some magical situations, you know what I'm saying? When I tell you.
Okay, so I need to this my friends sex game. I need to ask my ugly. I need to find me some ugly friends so I can ask them what they do. Cause asking the cute ones, they ain't gonna work. I need to ask okay, let me find me an ugly friend. Let me find me some ugly girls.
Oh God. Sharon Burnett, I appreciate you tuning in. Cousin Mike, appreciate you tuning in. Big little cousin. Appreciate you. I'm just saying. And Stewart, my man Stewart. Stewart's an OG. Stewart been in this dating game for a minute. He's been married a time. I know at least once. But, he ain't always been married. Stewart, keep it a buck, fam. Keep it a buck. You done banged an ugly chick. Like really ugly. Like, she's not physically attractive. She may have, like, mad body or something, but her face was like, you know what I'm saying?
So you think ugly people know they ugly?
Not ugly. Ugly dudes know, but ugly chicks don't. Oh, there's not a chick on this earth. Let me rephrase that. Most ugly women don't. See what I'm saying? There's some ugly women that know that they butt ass ugly. See what I'm saying? And they're okay with that. They've accepted their lot in life. See what I'm saying? They know that that's just their cross to bear. See what I'm saying? Ugly dudes, there's plenty of dudes that know that they ugly as hell. See what I'm saying? That know they ugly as hell. So then they don't have to step up there, develop other parts of their personality in order to, get to the certain level, or have so much confidence that you calling them ugly doesn't faze them. That's the reason why ugly dudes have no problem shooting their shot.
Because they used to getting put down. They used to getting.
It's not even about getting put down. It's just the fact that they have nothing to lose.
I ain't got nothing to lose.
See what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Shit. The most you gonna call me ugly? Bitch, I know I'm ugly. I've been ugly. Nigga, I was an ugly Virgo. My daddy's sperm was ugly. See what I'm saying? My mom was ugly.
You put long ass paragraphs under my pictures and stuff like that, and I'll be like, really? What we talking about here? Why can't he be the ones that's cute? You know what I'm saying? Like Stewart would never write a whole paragraph under my picture.
Yeah. Ain't nobody fine writing the whole paragraph. The most you might get out of phone is like, shit, you might get a like. See what I'm saying? That's the most that Fine gonna do. Fine ain't gotta advertise. See what I'm saying? You ain't never seen a commercial for a Ferrari on TV, not ever. Or a Lamborghini. You ain't never seen a commercial because quality ain't gotta advertise. You know where they're gonna get quality? It's not a game. See what I'm saying? Ugly is everywhere.
Why you got to be a beast?
Honey everywhere. See what I'm saying? Bobos are everywhere. See what I'm saying?
That is hilarious.
Is everywhere. I'm just saying. Think about it. Think about it. Later on tonight, when you in your own little mind region, think about all the people that approach you. You're gonna be like, damn, Glenn was right. That nigga was ugly. Or damn, she was.
No, well, I know most of the ones that's on my page, that the ones that get those big paragraphs and stuff like that, even I wouldn't say ugly, but they are they awkward, or they weird, or it's something off. Like I just be like, whoo, like I might get, like I said, a nice one here and there or whatever, but the majority is the ones that I just be like, damn, why can't this be? But I don't know. Everybody got somebody for somebody, so hell, you never know. Whatever, because like I said, I see some.
Everybody like what they like. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Once again, people act like you ain't supposed to say that people ugly. It's in the Bible.
Like I've seen, like I know, and a lot of women don't have, and I want to put that out there because a lot of men think women care about size. Honestly, I think y'all care more about size than we care about size.
When you say size, we're talking size what? Size? What size are we talking about?
For a woman?
You talking about the woman? No. You said women don't care about size.
Wait. Not.
I'm trying to catch where you're going, bro.
I said wait. We care about that size.
You talking about like physically, like my body.
You got to make every woman on the page put up a mean face like she don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. We care.
No, not every, and I'll keep it a buck. Shout out to my homeboy Chuck Carter. Appreciate you tuning in, bro, even if it's for a hot second. Because once again, I talk to women. You know what I'm saying? I got some real cool lady friends. Not every chick is real big on the size of the peen either. See what I'm saying?
No.
Some actually don't even know
what it is. It's about the motion in the ocean.
They don't know. Yeah. You ain't gonna be wrecking my insides. I want to be able to get up and go to work.
I want to get up and go. Right, exactly. Yeah. So it does depend. And then like you said, and then too, honestly, let's just keep it a buck too. And I've seen people say that. I mean, you can win a woman over with the intimacy part, where by the time you get to the sex, it's just a bomb. But really, you don't have much. But it's just the bomb. She just has so much of a connection with you. So I mean, it's a lot of ways to work around that. But no, I was more or less talking about wait. Because I seen a dude, he said that women can have a requirement for height requirement, but if a man say something about her weight, then it's a problem. We like he's sexist, he's chauvinist, he's a pig and da, and stuff like that. And then I've also seen men who thinks that women won't talk to bigger men and stuff like that. To me, it does not about size. And I mean, especially if you have like a great, brilliant personality, or you like I said, you can communicate and stuff like that. Like, I think the older you get, the more different things you value different things than you used to than just looks. Looks can only take you so far. I mean, at the end of the day, because I've seen some fine dudes and they communication is horrible, or they stuck on themselves, and I would never like bye.
This is what I've always said about that. Looks get you to the front door. Your personality and your spirit gets you in the house. And it's that simple for me. And once again, and that's the reason why I feel that way is because I personally, this is just me. I've been this way since I've been dating. I cannot date an ugly chick. I can't be with an ugly chick. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how great your personality is. You can have
Was that a joke?
Nick, I need your eyes to go the same direction the majority of the time. I ain't got no time.
Why my eyes on you?
I'm just being, I'm being honest, fam. I don't, all the time your eyes is going different directions. Come on now. Come on. I ain't got time to be guessing who you talking to. See what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be trying to figure it out. Trying to get your line of sight. See what I'm saying? No, we ain't got time for that. But I just have to find you a now, once again, my qualifications of what I find attractive may not be what the world thinks and whatnot. So I'm not saying you got to be gorgeous or super fine by world standards. I just have to find you attractive. Me
and
personally.
I think everybody do. Yeah, whoever you with, I don't see.
No.
No.
Because there's some both men and women who go after the UGG. They want the UGG, not the shoes, my guy. They want the UGG.
Do you really think there's people out there that go for ugly?
Yeah, because
really?
This is the thing, and this is honest to God. This is how some people are. Shout out to Desiree Herbert. Appreciate you tuning in even for a hot second. The reason why a lot of that is because if you get with somebody who is just happy to have somebody, let's say a fine chick gets with an ugly dude, and this dude is just regular, just regular. He's not beaten down by his ugliness, but she's the finest chick he's ever been with. Sometimes she can get away with a whole bunch of stuff that he may, because he's just happy to have somebody this fine.
Yeah.
Vice versa, there's some really low self-esteem ass women out there that's ugly as hell because they've been beaten down by their ugliness their whole life. Morris Chestnut get with them, and then all of a sudden Morris Chestnut can bring home 13 chicks. She fine as long as she gets to be, in the house.
She's a leading lady.
I'm just saying. Some people look for any advantage that they can to be able to get over on somebody. See what I'm saying? That's just the stupid world that we live in, unfortunately. See what I'm saying? You will hope that somebody would get with somebody because based off of how they made them feel, they have an actual attraction, they feel, they have like-minded spirits and the whole nine. But sometimes people get with you just for the fact because they know they can get away with a lot more bullshit than they could with somebody that's a little bit more attractive.
So that's almost just as borderline as dating somebody that's married when they say people do that.
I mean, I think they're pretty close to being pretty sane. Ashley Danzy, I didn't even see you come in. When did you come in, boo? Because I didn't see I didn't get the thing to tell you thanks for tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. I'm going back to wave at you. But first you said, Ashley Danzy said,
my stuff is hitting all of a sudden. What?
It said she said like a touch of ugly on a man. Dad boos are welcome to. Ooh, are dad boos welcome? Because I'm not saying I'm a B cup, but I'm just. Let me go to Ashley's page real quick. Okay, Ashley, how you doing? How you been? What you up to?
You is a mess in ass. Okay, so I think we wrapped that pretty much up because we kind of zoned off a little bit off of the pursuing. So in the last 15 or 20 minutes we had, so let's ask the next topic. See if we get some people to tap in. Remember, this is Tap In Thursday. Please share also while you're watching so that we can get more viewers to come on. But if you want to tap in, you want to give your opinion, please hit that green little button down there and T will bring you on. Now,
I will.
Bye-bye.
I got you. Let's go. We can, if you want to talk about ugly dudes or ugly chick, Stuart, you ain't got to mention no names. Ladies, y'all know. You got a dude that you let hit, that you will never let nobody ever know that you let hit because he ain't, I'm just saying, Kanisha Grace, fam, I know you, I'm not saying you out here, rodeoing the ugly niggas and saying, but you got an ugly dude, you got an ugly dude story. Everybody got an ugly person story. I don't care what nobody's saying. Whether you, and if you don't have an ugly dude story, it's because you're the ugly person. That's all I'm saying. Nigga, it's real. See what I'm saying? Like females that say, all my friends are cute. No, there's an ugly one in the bunch. And if you can't figure out which one it is, look in the mirror, boo-boo. It may be
No,
you.
you got me messed up. But I'm late in the game. I'm late in the game though. So
I haven't seen all your
friends.
friends. I haven't seen all your friends. First and foremost, I haven't seen all your friends. I've seen Sam.
You said everybody got an ugly friend?
Everybody got an ugly ass friend. Hell
Oh, I
yeah.
only got one friend. I only got two. Like, I only really got really two. Outside of like family, and that's Samaya and Shiva. And these one of them motherfuckers ugly. So you gotta be messed up. But that's all I got.
You might be the
I
ugly
got
one.
cousins. Huh?
No, we ain't talking about family. Family don't count.
Yeah,
We got some ugly family members.
I don't
We
think
definitely
I'm
got some
ugly
ugly
shit.
family members. We got some
Oh, we
ugly
got some ugly
family
family members. What the fuck?
Like, nigga. I think you just turn off the lights for you to come in the house. See what I'm saying? Why are we letting this? Damn, Elzelda. How did you have kids?
I'm just saying. I'm glad we ain't got no Uncle Joe. But hey, we got some. Hey. I ain't gonna say some of them. And but anyway,
I'm just saying.
I don't got no ugly friends, and I
Crack is whack.
one.
All I'm saying is crack is whack. Crack is whack.
Well, you got a few crackheads too.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because we are both family, and so we don't both family. Shut up.
No, listen to this. I had posted a post about crackhead, about like a crackhead uncle or crackhead cousin or something. Fam, why did I have an auntie inbox me trying to go the entire left field on me?
Do we know the same crackhead?
Huh?
Is the crackhead part of both our family?
Yes. It was one of our aunties, my nigga. She went off.
I'm not.
She went off.
And that
I don't care.
family to go to? No.
I don't care. What they gonna do? Whoop me? Put me on ground me? You know your.
I'm not.
They better now. They're not doing it now. That's all that matters. They've been delivered.
They done.
They've been delivered. See what I'm saying? But back in the day, nigga, they was on that pipe hard. See what I'm saying? They was on that pipe more than the chicks on the pole at the strip club. See what I'm saying?
Whatever. Shut up now. Okay, next topic. What was it? Hell, I forgot.
You always forget. You always forget.
So,
Every week.
Can men, while you looking, question is, can a man and a woman be just friends? Opposite sex.
Well,
Sex.
It wasn't even just, it's not even just the just friends part. Should you cut off your opposite sex friends when you get in a relationship?
Okay, well, I think
that was more the purpose of that video. That was more the purpose of that video. Shout out to Amber Millie. Appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. All right.
I got that video that you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, and that's a different conversation. So about if you should cut off, because that can be a little conversation, because a lot of people have little feelings about that. So let's hold up on that one. But do you feel like opposites can be? Do you feel like a man and a woman can be friends?
Yes, because I'm living proof of it. I have, like I said, I have the majority of my friends are female. The majority of my females, the majority of my friends are female. See what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I have some really cool
friends too, like friends to associates. So to like how
no,
are
no,
they your friends?
I know I'm associates with a lot of people, but actual like we really cool. You one of my people that I check in with all the time. We have conversations, like that. When I say friend, I mean just that. I'm not talking about associate, because associate is fleeting. But friends, actual friends, yes. Now, this is my personal opinion though. For a man and a woman to be just friends, at some point in time during that friendship, the boundaries was tested by one or both, meaning that one of the people have developed feelings for the other, and the other one either didn't reciprocate it or they tried it and it just didn't work. And so then they just decided that it would be better just to stay friends or whatever the case may be. Because especially if you put two attractive or moderate, if you put two people that are attractive or moderately attractive into a relationship of friendship, and they're talking every day, they're vibing every day, they really get along and whatnot, it's natural. That's just a natural situation for that to go another way. See what I'm saying? Yeah, but I believe that it can, but I don't think that every male-female relationship that's where they just friends means that they're friends because they're an ex or that they have a sex or whatever the case may be. By no means. But I think that if the timing was right, they definitely could be a couple.
Because they get along, because the saying goes is, or your best mate or your soulmate is your friend, or you would want your soulmate to be your friend or be able to have that understanding. And so I do look at that when I see people who say, that that's just a friend, and I don't have. I may have one. I would say one male that I feel like he's a friend. But like you said, the waters haven't been tested on either side, on both sides. No, nothing has happened between either one of us. But we are just literally just friends. Like that's it. That's all. So I wonder though, huh?
How long have y'all been just friends?
For a while. Since school, since middle school, high school, all that.
So a lot of that, there was no opportunity for him to be more than just a friend because you was listening.
But even now that there is opportunity, there's still been stuff where we just went ahead and just remained friends. It just worked out better right now.
Okay, but there was a time when y'all had an inkling of a thought if it could be more than just that.
Yeah, and I still do, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, so really, are you friends? Are you friends enough? Because like you said, you just can't, for whatever reason, you're not in a relationship. Like, I don't honestly believe it will be hard for me to believe that if you had, I cannot be friends with somebody I've slept with. Well, I take that back. No, I don't take that back. I don't take that back.
You need to make it your goddamn mind. Make it your mind. Are you taking it back? You're not taking it back. What do we do? Focus, fam.
I'm not going to sit here and be friends with you if I'm like, if I've been smashing and we just didn't work out or whatever. You're not my friend. Like, I wouldn't want you around. I wouldn't have a new dude around and introduce you as that's my friend. Or if he's coming over and stuff like that. Like, me and we're done, but we're good friends. Like, how does that sound? And I feel like a lot of dudes say that they just say girl's friend or whatever, and that's the reason why men have a problem with them saying they're friends, because they're not really true friends. They're really just waiting until to get that crack in the door, or and even though they're giving advice or whatever to say, I don't want you, but actually they're waiting on that man to mess up so that they can slide in, or vice versa. The woman's waiting on her chance to slide in. She's trying to make it like, oh, I care about you or whatever, but it's just like, say you and Keith, and then I'm your friend. I might be giving you advice about Keith or whatever, but at the same time, I'm there right now. I'm there for you when you're down with her. I'm there for you when you're smiling. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all this stuff for you, and we're just friends. We haven't done nothing. But best to believe, in the back of your head or back of her head, she's thinking like, damn, if he ever break up with her, I'm gonna give that a try. So is that really a friend?
But that's the thing, because people tend to have negative thoughts about that kind of situation anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if they don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people that just don't believe that a man and a woman can be friends, and that just rules and dominates their mind thought and their mind pattern about it, which is fine. That's totally up to you and whatnot. But for somebody that I know that I can be, there's a lot of the females that join the chat with us, I'm just really good friends with. Real shit. Now the opportunity has never presented itself for us to be something more than just that. or there were circumstances that would have prevented us from being just that. And then after somebody for some reason, just like, no, we just really, really cool. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I roll. But that doesn't mean that if I will lie. I will lie. I can be friends with somebody that I'm banking. You know what I'm saying? Or that I have banking.
Your phone, your mic, did your mic click off or something?
Oh man, this phone is just on some bullshit.
Okay. You said now, don't get you wrong, if what?
I have the great ability to maintain a friendship even if we have passed sex offense. And we just continue.
Is that because you don't have any feelings?
Because it just didn't work out, or it never went any further. Maybe it was like that one-time situation, or maybe we got down a couple of different times, but we didn't let it affect the friendship or whatever, because the sex was never the reason for us being cool. It was cool because we was friends. We just so happened to have, skin, and when we kept the friendship. I know quite a few. Keep it up. You know who you are.
You said what? Did you just say somebody's name?
No, I said boo. Why would I say somebody's name? Ain't nobody that's.
I was about to say, where is Shyt? What is it? Please tell me your name.
No, I'm not doing this something like that. But I'm still, like I said.
So if you meet a woman, if you meet your future or your next woman you meet, of course, because then and that's what I worry about. Because like I said, I knew all these friends. You know what I'm saying? People do cousins and all that stuff. So you say you meet a new girl, a new chick, and she has a male friend, and she says that's just her male friend. She introduced you to him and all of that. Are you okay with her having this male friend?
Yes. Once again, I have no problem with you having a male friend. Boundaries are set. It is what it is. Shout out to Samantha Dukes. Appreciate you tuning in.
So when you say boundaries are set, what do you mean? Do you mean like so she can't? So would you allow her? Not allow, but would you let her do shit? I guess let whatever. Her go out to eat with him, her hang out with him, her go to the thing with him, whatever, because they just friends.
Once again, yes, because I trust her. Until you give me a reason not to, I'm not one for putting boundaries and restrictions on. Now, be respectful. This is the thing, most of the time, if you're in a relationship, you're going to kind of curtail a lot of that anyway. But if this is literally just your homeboy, and y'all always had this type of kind of relationship, I'm not here to change that for you. I'm not here to throw no on that. And if you're doing something sideways with him, it'll come out. And I truly believe that. I'm not that guy. I don't trip off. When I tell females I'm not like those dudes, I really do mean that, because I don't trip over shit like that, because I have other things I can focus to put that mental energy into, other than what you're doing and who you're doing it with and whatnot. If you're doing something nefarious, it's going to come out. I don't have to trip about it. I don't have to, because you can only hide it for so long. At some point in time, it will come out. And once it do, then at that point, I get to make a decision if I want to stick around or not. A lot of people want to go into a relationship and say, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. You can't have female friends, you can't have nigga friends, and the whole nine, and put all the restrictions. And then all of a sudden, you feel like you're in this little enclosed bubble. And you have no freedom or whatnot. Now, once again, when you get into the relationship, you're trading the meat for weed. So it's understandable that you're going to, the relationship, I can't hang out. We can't hang out like we used to hang out. That don't mean that we can't talk and we can't, kick it or whatever it can be. If we have a party or get together, you still want to welcome to come through. But I got a man or I got a woman else. I have to be respectful to their feelings and the whole nine or whatnot. But no, I don't trip over if she was like, hey, me and Tony going to we're gonna go do happy hour because we always do this, once a month. Whatnot. We ain't gonna do it as much. Because me and you in a relationship, but I'm gonna go hang out with Tony for, I'll be back. All right, have fun. Now, did you invite me? If she invited me, I'm like, no, cool. You're definitely free to go. But my thing would be ask, hey, me and such go hang out. You wanna come? You see what I'm saying? People are going to the bar hanging out with such whatever. No, I'm good. I'll talk to you later. Like Keela Moore.
Like, okay, like Tiffany. Huh? Like I see Tiffany, she had said friend zone. And so when people get when you friend zone someone, I don't know, like I guess it's friend, like she said, friend zone until the opportunity arrives. And I guess I have a problem with that's the problem that I would have, because like I said, that person is there for you. That person's listening to, especially if they're a real friend. Like Samaya knows all my everything, majority of everything or whatever. And so, and then especially with that being the opposite sex, so she's telling you, how to win, what to do, Valentine's Day, how to smooth this argument over, and blah 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 blah. It's like the Usher song, So I just don't know. I don't know if I will. I would have to understand that was you friend zoned, which means you tried it and you're just waiting, or are you true friends? Did you grow up with this person? Have you don't have any sexual attraction to them? You don't have, they literally just your friend, and that is, to me, it's really hard to tell because so many people do lie about it. That I don't know.
I don't even think that people that's been friend zone is just waiting on the opportunity. I just not in every case or in every scenario, because you only get, if you friend zone me, fam, I'm not, fam, we definitely just gonna be friends, because whatever made you friend zone me, I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy. Because what you're not going to do is friend zone me and then go pursue Carl, and then Carl treat you all sideways, and then like, well, I can always go back to Glenn. No, you can't. No, you can't.
We need to make that a topic. We need to make that a topic. After being friend zone, can you still remain friends with somebody when they friend zone you? We need to make that a different topic. Yeah.
Yes. Because
yes.
Once again, I didn't even know I was friend zoning this. I didn't even know I was friend zoning this chick. But she kept saying it so much. I was like, damn, did I really friend zone her? Like, damn. I didn't know I was doing it. Huh?
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
I mean, not because she wasn't attractive or anything of that nature. It was just the fact that the distance. See what I'm saying? The distance was too good. See what I'm saying? If outside of the distance, we get along awesomely. See what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So, yeah. And then but at the same time, I'm really honest about what I'm looking for in this time, in this space in my life now. See what I'm saying? And if you're not up to what I'm looking for as far as what I want to see in my future, or the possibilities of what I would like in my future, it is what it is. We can be cool. Shout out to my man Antoine Stills. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, big project coming up. Hopefully we get that off the ground here real soon. But appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. When's the last time you friend zoned somebody? That's who you just got off the phone with, ain't it? That's who you just got off the phone with.
Shut up. Yeah, I did just recently. But when we say friend zone, it's like, what do we mean by friend zone? Like, I mean, like, I don't, because I know their feelings. Yeah, I don't really want to be their friend. I mean, I guess you said friend zone them, but it's just, honestly, it's not a connection. I just feel like we don't vibe. We don't have. I mean, like, he's a good dude. He's real good. Like, he was real sweet, was real everything. But we never even got to the sexual part or anything. But, well, that was the problem. Like, I mean, for me, that told me I had no interest. You know what I'm saying? I never. Yeah, the chemistry just wasn't there. I mean, like, say he's a good dude, and I think any girl who ends up with him would. Hey, he's that, but it just didn't vibe for me. So I think I would rather be friends. And I did try to be friends with him, and because he is so nice, and like I said, the conversation was good. But every time when we did go out, the 2 times that I went after I did completely friend zoned it and told him, like, I feel like we're just not on the same page. it was still the still the calling every day, or still like the hinting towards us being together. That gets exhausting because I'm already telling you I'm not there. I'm not feeling you like that. But we can be friends. And that's why I said, is it really, when people say friend zone, is it really friend zone, or is that person just sitting there hoping that you change your mind? To me, that's exhausting. I don't want somebody sitting there waiting and hoping I change my mind, because I'm probably not going to change my mind. That's why I said I don't know. That's why I use that word loosely, friend. Is it really friend zoned, or if it's just, hey, we didn't work out, cool.
I think for some, once again, going back to that whole, difficult being a man. Shout out to my homegirl, Shafar Green. Appreciate you tuning in, even for a hot second. For some women, they want to be pursued even if they say no. So really for a dude to really, most dudes going to try a couple of different times before he really gets it, depending on the dude, because once again, I have shot my shot. I've shot my shot plenty of times. It's very rare that I shot my shot at the same person twice. Definitely not no 3 times. Now, me flirting isn't always shooting the shot. That's just flirting. It is what it is. But for those that for a woman that I'm actually interested in, and she's like, I'm just not mentally ready for that right now, or whatever the case may be. Okay, cool. So I'm saying that to me isn't even really friend zoning, because that's just to me. You know what I'm saying? We still may have conversations in the whole nine, but once again, for some dudes, they're going to try multiple times before they truly finally just give up and be like, I'm good on that, for real.
Yeah. And I think that that's okay. Amber has said, never place restrictions, allow them to show their true colors. People need to have social circles outside of their relationship without communication, respect, trust, and you have nothing. Which I totally agree. I totally agree. So I just had that conversation the other day. Like, people think because of my Facebook, like, I joke a lot. That is one thing that scares me. I joke a lot. I have fun. Of course, I'll dial back a smidge, or maybe some of the content I say. But I don't want to lose me again. Like, I want to. I think you even said it. You felt like you couldn't say certain things because you was leaving maybe a door open, or it's making somebody feel like a certain. And it's like, why do we have to change who we are just to be in that in a relationship? Like, if there's trust. Like, yeah, I might say something, but I'm study posting you, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they shooting their shot. But if I'm not, taking the shot, then what's the problem is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be changed. Like, I don't lose me, or lose my, that personality.
I get what you're saying, and I get that. This is the thing. People going, regardless of your marital status or your relationship status, people are going to shoot their shot because that's just how bold we are nowadays. Regardless of whether you got a ring on or not, regardless whether you standing next to your chick or your dude. You know what I'm saying? For the bold ones, they're gonna try to shoot their shot regardless. You see what I'm saying? But once again, you have to. It's not, and for me, I understand about the not wanting to lose yourself in the whole nine. As with anything, when you get into the relationship, there's got to be some type of adjustments to your personal. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to cut off all friends. At least it doesn't with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, I'll be very honest. There was this young lady that I was talking to, and that was the stickler for us. See what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, like you said, I don't want to be feel like I'm doing something wrong by having conversations with my friends. I'm not going to be made to feel that way by no means, especially when I know that I'm not doing something sideways. Even regardless of what that person may be thinking, I know my intentions. That's the only thing that I can control in this whole situation is my intentions and my vocabulary. See what I'm saying? So regardless of what's coming out of her mouth, and once again, for most women, especially for the women that I tend to mess with and deal with, they're not even, if they know I got a female or a woman, they're not saying something sideways that's going to lead me, that's going to make me think that, I may be able to get the draws. See what I'm saying? Because, but complimenting your friend, saying that your friend is attractive or handsome or beautiful or whatever the case may be, that's not, people trip on shit like that, and that's crazy to me. See what I'm saying? That's baffling to me. Like, because I'm married or because I'm in this relationship, I can't tell my friend that she looks good. And she does? What are we talking, fam? So I'm supposed to be blind all of a sudden? So now all of a sudden I'm supposed to be blind. See what I'm saying? My friends out here looking, and I'm not saying she look good in the, your titties, her titties up to her neck and, oozing out of her turtleneck and nothing like that. I'm talking like in the classic sense. See what I'm saying? You look really nice. See what I'm saying? And I just don't think that now I understand why people can feel a certain type of way, because with the wrong person, that does open doors. See what I'm saying? Right. But once again, I know me and I know my intention. Now, if I say that to you and you all on me the next day, hey, then let me back up, because I'm not trying to, once again, I'm not trying to mess up something I got at the house. I'm not doing that again. I'm not. So but that's just the growth that I've had to experience within myself. But if I have a friend, if I got a friend, and I see my other friend out on the block and we bump into each other, I'm like, hey, fam, you looking good. What are you doing? You on that crack shit. What are you doing? See what I'm saying? That's just who I am. And for you to try to shut down a part of my personality because to make yourself feel comfortable or whatnot, this is what I was when you got with me. So why nigga, I said this to you. I'm not supposed to say it to nobody else. Stop it. Stop being selfish. Let everybody get some of this love. Hey, let everybody get some of this love.
There you go with that damn eye. That eyebrow.
But for real, I just think that we can trip on the wrong stuff, and by tripping on the wrong stuff, you bring such a negative energy and presence into the room and into the atmosphere. So now your relationship that's trying to thrive, that's trying to get oxygen to breathe, that's trying to live, that's trying to become the best that it can be, is growing up in this negative environment of restriction and whatnot. We have to let's be mature about it. You treat me with the respect that you want me to treat you. See what I'm saying? At that point, if I'm not, even when I'm not around, see what I'm saying? Don't be saying something sideways that you ain't got no business saying. And once again, lesson I had to learn. See what I'm saying? But the lesson has been learned. That's all that matters. See what I'm saying? But why put all this negative stuff on the relationship and then wonder why y'all not communicating, and wonder why y'all not talking, and wonder why y'all never going out, or wonder why there's always animosity or contention or strife in the house? What type of environment are you raising this relationship in? I had somebody ask, I'm in this singles group, right? And the question that was asked was about sex. And when is it too early and stuff like that? If you think of your relationship as a living, breathing thing, right? From the moment that somebody slides into somebody's DM or a phone number is exchanged, that relationship has been given birth, right? It's something living in the world. And if you introduce certain things to somebody too young to handle it, which is the relationship is the too young part. Even though the two people are consenting adults, the relationship that they're in is new, is what I'm saying, right? By introducing sex too early to that relationship, it changes that relationship. And that relationship will never be the same from where it was before. Shout out to my homegirl, Juju Walker. Appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a short second. It's still too early to be introducing it to. Now, I'm of the mindset, when it's right, it's right. You'll know when it's right. I'm not big on having to put restrictions on when you feel is the right time to be intimate in the whole nine. You know when it's right, but you also know when it's too early. See what I'm saying? And that's just how I personally think and feel. But a lot of people don't think of the relationship as being a newborn creation. So I'm saying, you just think that these two people are coming into the relationship, so we just good because we're adults in the whole nine and whatnot. No, fam. Give the relationship enough time to mature so that it can handle the mentalness of that sexual experience, along with everything else that's gonna come along after. Because especially if y'all talking and whatnot, sex is an accelerator. It's like gasoline. So if you add that to the relationship too soon, the relationship is gonna move too soon. And then you just skip the stage and you don't understand why. Once again, the relationship ain't working because nigga, you was banging boots 3 hours into it. Now, if you want to get Glenn the draws in 3 hours, so be it.
Shut up! You already said. Your ass already said you wouldn't.
I'm not.
What they
No. If you introduce sex, once again, I'm no prude. If you introduce sex early, please understand that's all we're gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm bluntly honest about that. Because once again, if the most precious thing that a woman can give a man is a child and her body, what have I done to you in 3 hours to make you give me the most precious thing you have for me? What could I have done instead?
Some women don't feel like that, so
then they don't value themselves.
Well, yeah, that too. Well, that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen.
You ain't gotta get on the phone to get to your boo. You gotta get to Mr. Ugly Dude. You got an ugly dude lined up right now? Is that what it is? Because you've been on your phone a lot.
I'm about to go respond to these DMs since you rated like ugly to a 10. I ain't gonna see looking at it.
I don't know. I don't know about ugly dudes. But I can tell you, ugly woman will do something to you.
Wait a minute. Hold on, was it Shyt? You said they got money? Ugly dudes got money? I don't want the money.
That's what Sugar Ray said. Sugar Ray said ugly dudes got money, but you know, Sugar Ray young too, so her definition of money might be different. See what I'm saying? And then she see how she do it? She just left me. It's okay. I don't even really need her. You know what I'm saying? I don't need her to finish the show. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I really do. Everybody has had some really great comments. My man Stuart's still with me. Amber Monique. Woo! I seen the picture, girl. Woo! Yes, Lord. Anyway, let me tell y'all, since I'm on the show by myself right now, a little update. If y'all haven't been on my page, your man had a test yesterday. Your man was out here banging it out. Since I got 102 out of 104. Got that 97% on that chemistry class. I'm out here trying to make the real moves, fam. I appreciate y'all support. I really do. Appreciate y'all supporting me and my cousin while we're doing our show as well. Y'all support is not gone unnoticed. I enjoy doing the show a lot just because of the interactions I get to have with y'all. I get to act a fool. I get to say whatever craziness that's on my. I ain't adding nothing to you back at all. You shouldn't have left. That's your fault. You already said Jabaz. Go talk to your little ugly man. You didn't want to be part of the family. We're out. But with that being said, I appreciate everything that y'all do for us. And with that, I will bid y'all a fine adieu. See y'all on Sunday. Same bad time, same bad channel.